Here on the table I have various devices such as a Volta charger that I use with my MacBook Pro. This is a travel adapter also from Volta. Here is the default cable that comes along with, I believe, the iPad. Here's my mom's iPhone and iPad. This is a Volta power bank, and over here we can see different colored Volta cables. So first, this one is the main cable, and here we can see a magnetic bit here. I can put on a bit, and this is a lightning bit for here. It also has a USB-C that I have in the port here from the MacBook Pro, and there's also a microUSB. So I can switch between different bits and plug this into different devices. So here we have USB-A as well here below the USB-C. So whatever it needs to have, basically has the major ones here, and we can switch between 3 different bits on the other side. So this is the main cable. Here we have an extension cord. I can plug then the USB from the main cable into the extension cord here, and just basically plug this into, for instance, the Volta charger in the wall. So this will then be 2 cables and making it fairly long that I can use with my MacBook Pro and plug it into the Volta charger and directly into the wall. So I'll just kind of go through the different devices that I use here. So with my mom's, for instance, the iPad, it has this default cable and the little thing charger for the cable and her iPad. So I could instead then use the blue or one of the other colors here, maybe the violet or the red here, or a black. I'll just kind of go with the blue. I really like that color. And here it has then the lightning in place that I would just put on there. I would basically just kind of connect that to the iPad here. And as you see, when it's connected in here, it just sticks in place. It kind of protects the port and for wear and tear. One just kind of plugs it in place. So at the moment, these are kind of loose, but these will become better. It's being worked on. Work in progress. So as I can plug this into the travel adapter or the charger here, but this is the default charger that comes along with the iPad, so I can, for instance, use that. And I'll just plug that in. And I have an extension cord that goes to electricity here. Here it is, and I would just kind of plug it in. And I would just kind of wiggle this around until it kind of gives a sound. I see below there's a light. I can turn this around. Here's a light, that means it's active. And I would basically just plug that in like so. And right now it's 100% charged, so it's not going to charge anymore. And it then should just kind of start charging. So we'll just kind of go over to then the iPad and iPhone here. I'll just kind of remove this bit, put on here, put it into the iPhone here, and then it should just start charging. And as it's full up already, so the light's on, it means it's active, so it should then charge the device. So we'll just kind of plug that out from there, and again, these will just kind of really take care of the wear and tear of the port. I would prefer to have all these bits and all the different devices that I use, making it very easy to connect and disconnect something. So we'll just kind of put the iPhone and iPad aside. And for my MacBook Pro, I already have a USB-C bit in here. I'll just pull this out. And here it is. It's a little bit different compared to then, of course, the Lightning. So I need then another charger device here. So I can, for instance, use the travel adapter. Here below we see USB-A and then 3 USB-C ports. So this can be also used as a kind of hub. Plug that in. So here I need to press down and push. Here is the Norwegian or Scandinavian or European. Push it down and push. Here's English and I believe and Australian. I push it down and pull. Push it down and push. Here's the US. So I'll just kind of put that in there and charge in place and connect this with my MacBook Pro. So lights on, and it just should automatically start charging the laptop. I see there's like a charger thing here, so it's just charging the laptop. But this is not something I usually use with the laptop. I usually just kind of use the Volta charger. So this has an USB-A and 3 USB-C ports. And just kind of plug that in. And it's nice to then have the extension cord, making this nice, and I can just plug this in the wall and have a nice long cord to plug into my MacBook Pro. Here's the power bank from Volta. I already have a USB-C magnetic bit in here. So I'm just going to plug it in and let it charge. And here you can see it's charging. And now it's blinking. So this is almost empty, so I just need to let it charge. Here is external SSD. I can basically plug this into my MacBook Pro. I'm just going to plug it in with USB-C here. And plug it in here. And it should show up in just a few moments. And here it is. Here I got it on my desktop. So this is a SanDisk external SSD that I can use the Volta cable with, or I can use a tiny one that comes along with it. There's some plans for Volta to also create a really small, kind of almost like a wristband cable that will be nice to use when connecting something to for instance, the MacBook or your computer that just have a small cable and you need to charge something beside it. So something like this size, or I can just use the standard main cable from Volta.